When you observe your surroundings, you can see different types of plants. What are the major parts of a plant? Yes, roots, stem, leaves and flowers are the major parts of a plant. Is it possible to determine the age of a plant? Yes, it is. But how? The number of cambium rings give an overall age of the plant. Where are these rings present? They are in the stem. What is a stem? What are the functions done by the stem? How are these functions performed? Let's find the answer together. Are the terms shoot and stem similar? Absolutely not. Shoot is the part of a plant above the ground and consists of the main stem, leaves, buds, flowering stem and flowering buds. The shoot is responsible for food production, while the stem is only a component of the shoot. It is responsible for conducting food, minerals and water around the parts of the plant. It is the main axis of a plant consisting of nodes and internodes. What is the difference between nodes and internodes? Both nodes and internodes are structural components of a stem. The lateral buds are present in the nodes. As you can see in the image, the lateral buds are present in the nodes, from which leaves, flowers and branches arises. Here you can see the portion between the two nodes. It is known as the internode. So, we can say that the lengthening of the internodes leads to an increase in the height of the plant. As the plant grows, we can see some noticeable changes in the stem, like color, nature, etc. During the young stage, the stems are green and later becomes dark brown and woody. Notice a stem. You can observe some additional structures. Can you give some examples of such structures? What is the purpose of those structures? Let's find out the answer together. In stem, some additional structures are present for storage, support and vegetative propagation. Those structures are called as stem modifications. Based on this, stem modifications are categorized into three types: aerial modification, subaerial modification, underground stem modification. Let us learn more about the different types of modification with examples. In some plants, the aerial stem and buds are modified for climbing, protection and food synthesis and is called aerial stem modification. Can we find some examples of such modification? Let's find. You can see in the image the axillary bud of the cucumber stem contains a slender, spirally coiled structure called tendrils. These tendrils help the plants to climb. In citrus plant stem, the auxiliary buds get modified into woody, straight and pointed structures called thorns. It is to protect the plant from browsing animals. Here you can see that the stem of Opuntia is modified into a flat leaf-like structure called cladode. It contains chlorophyll and carries photosynthesis. As you know, in arid region, the precipitation is low. So the plant should reduce the water loss by a special modification of stem called phylloclade. In this, the stem becomes flattened to reduce water loss and it resembles leaves. It is commonly found in Phyllanthus species. The next type of aerial modification is bulbils. As the name suggests, it is a small bulb-like structure in one axil of the leaf, and it can form a new plant if fallen. It is found in agave. These stem modifications are mainly for vegetative propagation and are present on the ground or partially underground. Let us discuss the different type of subaerial modification in details. As you have seen in the image, the strawberry plant contains a horizontally growing stem that is opposed to upright like the main stem and is called the runners. Can you guess other examples that have runners? Runners are found in grasses, oxalates, etc. The tip of the runner produces buds and develop into new plants. Did you notice this image? Is it similar to runners? These structures are called offsets. They are similar to runners but are short and thick. They are found in aquatic plants like Pistia, Iconia, etc. In plants like mint and jasmine, a short and weak aerial branch arises from the main axis called stolon, and after growing, it bends and touches the ground, forming roots. As you see in the image, new lateral branches or new plants are formed from the underground portion of the main stem called suckers. Suckers are present in bananas, pineapples, chrysanthemum, etc. Now let's discuss the third type of stem modification named underground stem modification. As the name suggests, these modifications are present under the ground. So, we can say that the functions of such modification is storage, propagation, and dormancy. Here you can see a continuously growing horizontal underground stem called rhizome. It contains nodes, internodes, and buds. Ginger, turmeric, bananas are some examples of rhizomes. In potatoes, the end of the stem possesses a thick, fleshy part to store food. And this specialized modification is known as tubers. It consists of nodes, internodes, and bare buds, from which a new plant is formed. Let's move to the next. Did you notice the bulb present in the onion or garlic? Bulbs are underground modified buds with a reduced stem and fleshy scales growing from it. These modifications are mainly seen in onion, garlic, tulips, lilies, etc. The last type of underground stem modification is corm. These modifications are present in Colocasia and elephant yam. In this image, you can see that it is a round storage organ and it has a short upright stem covered with scaly leaves. Corms are harder than bulbs. Now, did you get an idea about the stem functions and its modifications? Try to find out the plants that show different kinds of stem modifications. Did you notice the leaves of the pitcher plant or Venus flytrap? It is a leaf modification. We'll discuss about the leaf modifications in the next video. Let's summarize what we have learned.
Manorama Horizon, learning made simple.